Fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Podcast,
lad.
fancy lad.
Fancy lad.
Podcast, gonna talk to my friends. Gonna share a
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Gonna have a laugh. That's what I
Fancy
thought.
lad.
Fancy lad.
Fancy
Fancy
lad.
podcast. Fancy lad. Fancy lad
Fancy
podcast.
Uh,
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh, baby. Yes, indeed. That is correct. We are back. But where are we exactly?
Well, we're in the control room
Okay, right.
of the Fancy Lad podcast studio.
Okay. Oh, wait. I didn't. Hold on a minute. Let me turn the lights on. There we go.
Yep, there we go.
Now I recognize it.
Which makes sense because we are actively recording a Fancy Lad podcast right now as we speak.
That is true. I mean, typically we record in the studio proper.
Right.
Fancy Lab Podcast Studio proper is what we call it.
Yep.
Separate address.
Mhm.
Mailing address, that is. But right now we're set up in what we call the Zoom control room.
Zoom control.
Yeah, every time Big enters, he goes, Zoom, Zoom.
Oh, I thought I said Zumba Zoom, Zumba Zumba Zay.
Well, it
Me
depends.
so happy, me so jump for joy.
Yeah, I mean, you were saying that up until a certain point. Then it became problematic.
Yeah, and I had to go Zoom, Zoom.
Yeah. Big Mazda guys over here, though.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. But anyways, yeah, that's Bigzo. I'm Tom.
Speaking of, yeah,
And we're
this
here.
is Bigzo.
I'm Tom.
That's Tom over there.
Yep.
Hosts of the Fancy Lad podcast, if this is your first time listening in.
And that's what this. Okay, so we're in the studio, but that is where we are when they're listening to it. We're in the Fancy Lad podcast itself.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I just wanted them to be clear because, I didn't want them to think that they were in the studio somehow.
No, and I don't want anyone to get confused that it's some sort of cast of a pod,
Mm-hmm. Right,
like
exactly.
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Yeah, we don't have a bunch of aluminum casts here.
No.
I wish we did.
Yeah.
Pod shaped? I wouldn't really care for.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what kind of pod are we talking though? I guess it depends.
We're talking pea pod. We're talking
Cool cuke.
jewel pod. Yeah, that's I didn't know.
I don't know. Depends. Pea pod, I'm all down for.
We talking Youth of a Nation pod,
Oh, I mean, that would be a POD cast, which we've done.
which we've done several times.
Mm-hmm. And we'll continue to do.
Mm-hmm.
That's a promise we can make for season 4 of the Fancy Lab podcast.
Season 4 that you're currently listening to.
That's
on
the
the
one.
Fancy Lad podcast.
That's the one.
And let me just say, it's been a hell of a week for Fancy Lad.
It really has. And I'm wondering what week it is for whoever's listening to
That's
this
true.
right now.
That's true.
But, I mean, it has been a hell of a week, so we just got to talk about it anyways.
Well, needless to say, I mean, you already heard the promises in the previous episodes of season 4 of the Fancy Lad podcast,
Mhm.
but the sponsors keep pouring in.
Oh, my God. They just won't stop.
Oh my God.
They won't stop.
I don't know where to put all this free product.
I mean, we thought we had hit it big with our beer sponsor, Clown Shoes brand beer. which-
Naturally.
Yep. Oh,
Oh,
God.
You
dude.
know what? I just decided to crack into one right there since you mentioned it.
This
I'm
early.
contractually obligated.
This early
You
into the
fucking
podcast.
mentioned it, so I'm contractually obligated.
I just think that maybe, it's a little early.
Mm.
Oh, God. But, God, that looks good. It was good. Oh.
My favorite sponsor.
Clown Shoes brand beer.
Yep.
Yeah. Fuck all the other ones. Fuck Fancy Lad.
Mm-hmm.
Clown Shoes. But also, yell exit all the other sponsors. If you want, just lay them out there with the yell exit.
I'm just going to lay them out there. Yell Exit, Liquid Death,
Mm.
water.
Mhm.
It's water.
It's just water.
Canned in a tall can to make it look like a beer so you look super badass when you're fucking skating or driving or whatever the fuck you do, working. So you look like a fucking badass all the time.
Dude, it's been helping me cut down on the drinking, honestly.
Nice.
I keep
dude.
pranking myself into thinking I'm cracking a beer, and I get real pissed when I realize it's just water, but I'm like, it's Liquid Death. It still looks cool.
Yep.
I drink the whole thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, it's disrupting the routine a bit in a positive way.
Yeah, that's good. So we got Liquid Death. We got Zero Skateboards clothing.
Oh, man. I got to tell you, that's been keeping me extra warm and helping me cut back on the drinking a little bit. You know, every time I reach for a beer, I'm like, oh, what's this? Just a Zero hoodie?
Yep.
I guess I'll put this on. And that saves about 2 minutes until I actually get to said Clown Shoes brand beer.
And, I was telling Zero Skateboards, who reposted my picture on the Fancy Lad Instagram, I'm just staying true to the Zero brand that started as a clothing company in 1996.
Right.
with their ad scene in Welcome to Hell.
And how'd they feel about that?
They loved it. They said, dude, you are fucking zero, dude.
Did they really?
Yep.
That's fucking sick. Do you think that was the chief?
Said, you are so zero. That's what they said.
Did you read it correctly?
Yeah.
They didn't say you are a zero.
I need to go back and look at it.
They didn't say you will amount to 0% of anything good, did they?
Oh, fuck. No,
Or they didn't say both of those.
I should have
things,
had
did they?
I should have had you read it before I actually said that, because that's exactly what they said.
That is, man. Well, I'll you know what? This is all right. Note to self: this is an edit point.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we'll just do a clean, just thanks to zero.
Yeah. Because I don't want anybody getting confused. Big doesn't skate for Zero skateboards. He skates for Fancy Lad skateboards. He's
Right.
pro for Fancy Lad skateboards, not Zero skateboards. He just happens to ride for Zero clothing.
Right. I mean, Fancy Lad can only make so much clothing.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
So got to be getting the clothing somewhere else.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. When I want a lightweight hoodie, you know,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
those Cali boys, they can't wear the heavyweight.
Oh, real talk.
Yeah.
Lightweight.
And yell exit to our last new sponsor, you know, yell exit Crux Trucks.
Oh, okay. Crocs Trucks, Yell Exit.
Yell exit on delay bearings.
Yell Exit,
you know?
Only Bearings. Yell Exit, Joey Brzezinski. Yell Exit, Alex White.
Mm-hmm.
Former
But-
Crocs Trucks.
Yell exit to Mark Foss
Oh, the Eggman.
of Heroin Skateboards for the Heroin Egg Puppets.
See, and now we've got our full diet. You
Mhm.
know, we've got our waters.
Yep.
We've got our eggies.
Yep.
And most importantly, we've got our brewskis.
Oh, yeah,
I'm talking Clown Shoes brand beer.
exactly.
But you know, I just want to get back to, you keep calling these egg puppets, and I've been searching and searching. I can't find a handhole or a string or anything to make these guys actual puppets. I was thinking maybe they're actually just like plush dolls.
Yeah, I would say that they could be plush dolls. If you rip a hole right between the legs, though.
Oh, okay, interesting.
And you know, just a little bit.
Do you think that wouldn't the yolk start to run?
Well, these eggs, they come hard boiled.
Oh, okay. All right. I've had a few of them.
But it's kind of like one of those cards you get when you open it up and starts playing a song.
Oh, I love those. Those are the
And
best.
it's Eggman by the Beastie Boys.
Ah, dude. It's like, I'm the Eggman. Dee-da-da-ba-da-ba. Ba-ba-ba-da. Yeah. Ah. Right. Right, and it just has a little Beastie Boys flair in there with
Yeah.
the eggies.
Right.
Yeah, so Yell Exit Mark Foss.
Mm-hmm.
Where you're-
Of Heroin Skateboards.
We're waiting for the next batch because honestly, I mean, I got like 2 omelets out of mine.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Have you finished consuming yours or?
I haven't broken it open yet.
Oh, boy.
But here you can't make an omelet without breaking them.
I mean, people have told me that before, and I'm like, I don't believe it. But before I know it, I'm already breaking eggs. So I'm like, I got to make an omelet.
Well, I thought it was you can't make an omelet without breaking some legs.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been taking my sludge hammer with me,
Mhm.
and I've just been, you know, whenever I see like, oh, hey, Matt, what's up? And I just take out his leg.
I think they were talking about Yell Exit Adam Daddy Longlegs Cowl.
Oh, okay. Got to go to the mother source.
You gotta
the mother brain
Yep, you got to go to the mother brain. You got to take it off.
of legs.
You got to cut the head off of that snake
That makes a lot of
known
sense.
as omelet.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm hoping that they keep pouring in,
That would be ideal.
quite frankly.
Any other sponsors?
I got a Camaro.
Oh, you got a Camaro.
Yeah.
Dude, are we ever sponsored by Chevy?
Yeah.
Dude, fuck yeah.
Just Chevrolet Camaro, though,
Oh my goodness.
of the 1994 model.
That is insane. I mean, I've actually seen the Camaro.
Mhm.
And it's a pretty sweet looking ride.
You've been in it.
Oh, I've been in it. Oh, I've sat way back in those deep bucket seats like I've never seen before.
Dude, you fucking fishbowled the shit out of that thing.
Dude, Sam wanted to get down with the fishbowling of the Camaro.
Dude, Sam was like, dude, get this. What if we bring a TV into the Camaro?
Mhm.
And he's like, and we play Smash Brothers and fishbowl the Camaro.
I mean, that sounds like a fucking great idea to me.
Sounds like a fucking great idea.
Dude, Sam's got a good head on his shoulders.
He's going
tell
places.
you. Oh my God, absolutely. Maybe in the Camaro.
I don't know how far he's going to get, but yeah.
I guess we'll find out.
Yeah. And speaking of, you're a gearhead. I don't want to go too much into this, but I feel like I just got a free Moto Bacane.
I mean, yeah, you kind of did. I don't even know. I mean, did Legs give that to you at some point years ago?
I traded him.
Okay, so you've had that technically Moto Bacane
For 10 years.
Yeah, it's a moped.
Yep.
Moby moped for you mopes out there.
Yep.
So you've had it for 10 years.
Yep.
It's been about 5 years in my basement.
Uh-huh.
Sean said he was going to work on it.
Mhm.
Never touched it.
Nope.
Can't blame him. Yeah, Legs at Sean Tweak.
I mean, I offered everyone who laid eyes on it cold hard cash
Right.
to get it started.
But I mean, I'm not sure. I mean, you've never worked on a moped before. It's a pain in the fucking ass. Everything you fix, something new is broken after, or something old rather, because they're all fucking old. I mean, they're fun, but it's time consuming. But
Yep.
Sam found a guy.
Yep. And
$150 later, you got a running moped
yeah, now I got a van, I got a moped, I got a Camaro,
and
I
a
got
mullet.
a bicycle. Yeah, I got a mullet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking if I steal a plane from the airport, I'll have like every form of transportation.
Dude, well, when's the next time you're working?
Sunday.
Oh, hell yeah, dude. Well, let's just figure out a good landing spot.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I was thinking the rink's pretty close to the house.
Yeah, I'll just park it right on top of the boob.
Yeah, right on top. That's what I was thinking. You could probably just fit the landing gear right on top of the boob.
And then it'll be like the hangar from Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2.
Oh my God, Matt's gonna fuck that thing up.
He really is.
Everyone, keep your eye out on Instagram at Matt Tomasello because he's currently fucking up
He's gonna
the
be
747 that Bigzo took from
the
the
Boeing,
airport.
and he's gonna be skating the fuselage a lot.
Oh yeah, you're gonna want to be skating the fuselage.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
definitely.
yeah. We're gonna look at his little manifest or the manuscript.
Mhm.
What is it? Is it a manifest? Flight manifest?
I don't know exactly what you're talking about.
Let's say it's a manifest. I'm pretty sure it is. We're
Mhm.
going to go through the list. The list of passengers has all been replaced.
Oh.
Ooh, what's this? A list of tricks for Matt to do?
Tasty hammers, if you will.
Ooh, is this a manifest of tasty hammers?
Mm-hmm. I believe it is.
That's going to be fucking sick.
Yeah, dude. Tony Hawk's Pro Skater 2 is probably one of my favorite games of all time. It's a shame. It's a shame one of my favorite skaters wasn't in that game. Although I think he was in EA Skate. I think you know who I'm talking about. I'm talking about Ryan the Goat Gallant.
Oh, you mean Ryan the Goat Gallant?
Yes.
So you mean Ryan Gallant, most famous from Goofus and Gallant comics.
Yeah, Goofus and Gallant.
Yeah.
So you're familiar with the one.
Oh, absolutely. The one and only.
Do you think he drives a Gallant?
I would certainly hope so. Well, I don't know. Do you drive a Bigzo?
The van's a pretty big Zo.
That's true, but the Camaro, pretty small Zo.
Yeah, pretty small
The interior, currently, pretty big Zo.
Exactly.
Man, that vehicle is confusing.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe he drives a Gallant. I guess.
Sure.
I was going to say we could ask him.
Should we try to get him on the horn and just ask him?
The horn. I'm sorry, the horn of the Camaro, or try to get him on. I was thinking maybe
Not
we could
sure.
Zoom call him.
Not sure if the horn of the Camaro works, so we're going to have to
Oh.
probably play it safe and just go with the Zoom call this one time.
All right. Well, first let's hit him up, see if he has any idea how to fix the horn on a Camaro. 94? 94, is that right?
Mhm.
Yeah. He was alive then, so he should know.
Yep.
And if not, maybe he would just want to be on the podcast.
Either way, let's hit him up.
All right. Well, let's do that. And I'm going to grab some more Clown Shoes brand beer while we're doing that.
That sounds perfect.
Oh, great. All right. Let's do that.
Yeah.
Yankee Doodle came to town without his macaroni hat. All he wore was a crown, about 8 gold rings, some Louis Vuitton, and I'm pretty sure he had clown shoes on. He was walking with a strut like I never seen, and he drinking from a can so crisp and clean. So we introduced ourselves just to see what was good. After all, he was new in our neighborhood.
Well, my name's Cruncle Sam, and I'm here to say that I make a mango kush in an American way. The natural mango flavors really make it the tops, not to mention all those
Chew melon hops.
Mango American Kush from Clown Shoes Beer is conveniently available throughout the year. beer. So what do you say, boys? Have a drink with me?
Yeah, I'll take one.
Yo, I'll take 3.
For more information on Clown Shoes Beer or where to purchase Clown Shoes Beer, visit www.clownshoesbeer.com.
Yeah.
And we are back.
Oh man, yes we are. We are back, and that was a fantastic break.
One of the best breaks I've ever seen.
God, man, I love breaks. You know what my favorite part about a break is?
What's that?
It's just grabbing one of these guys.
That sounded tasty.
It is tasty. You know why? Because it's a Clown Shoes brand beer.
Of course. Fancy Lad Podcast's own sponsor, Clown Shoes brand beer.
Oh man, most delicious beer this side of, I guess, the sun, probably.
East Texas.
Oh,
Yeah.
well,
yeah, or the sun.
I mean, just like in general.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm not a planet scientist, so I don't know.
That's true. We're going to have to revisit the map
Mhm.
real quick. Speaking of visit,
Oh.
let me introduce our very special guest, Ryan Gallant.
Hello.
Hey,
Hey.
Ryan, thanks for
Hey.
being on the podcast.
Oh, thanks for having me, man. Glad to be here.
Yeah. Now, you see, I noticed that you were, when I asked you to be on the podcast, you said you were on something called the 9 Club. I don't know. I've never heard of it. But I don't want to cover any material that they did. So you're going to have to give me a play-by-play of everything that was mentioned on your Stop and Chat on the 9 Club.
So we can just start with that.
Yeah, I haven't watched it, so I don't really remember what I chatted about. But
Oh, okay.
that's
right.
whatever. Who knows?
Yeah, we'll watch it in post, and then we'll edit out anything that we covered in both of them, both the
Yeah,
podcasts.
yeah. I think we'll be okay.
But
I certainly hope so.
where are you right now? Is that the Visit studio?
Yeah. Well, it's my garage. Yeah, but yeah, it's where I can get away from the kids. They're in the house, so if I'm in there, you'll probably just hear fighting the whole time and stuff. So I'm in the garage, and we also make skateboards in here on occasion when we can.
Mm-hmm. You print on them.
So
Yeah.
We're just putting the graphics on, and
Who's the
doing whatever,
manufacturer?
selling them.
Generator? Bareback?
No, not at the moment. We've been going. Well, they get bareback wood. Yeah. We're kind of in between right now, unfortunately. We've been going through Progress distribution. So do you know ATM Click, like Falahi, Acid Chemical?
Do I know
Yeah,
ATM Click? Come
Yeah,
on. My
so,
favorite
yeah.
John West sponsor of all time. Started by
Okay, so
the
yeah.
Gons himself. Of course I know ATM
So
Click.
yeah, they're right down the street in Oceanside, and
They still got Edward
they have
Devera?
their whole operation. I think maybe. Yeah, I don't know. But
Yeah.
they make boards, and they get their wood from, I think, Bareback and maybe some other places. And I've been getting boards through them, and then they were cool enough to give me some blanks out of their last batch to print myself to like get this little thing rolling.
Mhm.
We also get wood from Clutch sometimes, or we're trying to again.
That's,
like our
that's
first
who
batch of boards were Clutch.
That's
That's-
Fancy Lad
you guys use that, or-
Skateboards goes through, yeah.
Well, there you go. See, perfect. So yeah, our first batch was made on Clutch, and then we started doing some Progress stuff just because, like I said, they're down the street, and we could get like a small batch made, and I didn't have to really do huge minimum orders. And now we're kind of like doing both, but
And it's tough during this time. I'm hearing board shortages from everybody. I was thinking about reaching out to get a second wood shop, but I was like, I don't know. I don't have the time right now, but it's probably a good idea during these times.
it's going to be tough. It looks like, yeah, like I said, I mean, we're having a hard time getting it from either place. It seems like everyone's just going through it. So
Yeah. I don't know if you're familiar with
know.
Matt Tomasello, who skates for Fancy Lad.
I'm familiar with the skating. I don't know if we've ever met personally, but yeah, I've seen the skating and follow him on the old Instagram.
His first board sponsor was ATM Click.
Nice. Look at
Yeah.
this.
Well, fun fact.
Oh, yeah.
Pre
Yeah,
1031.
Yeah, so those are the two.
Yeah.
1031. Oh, he was on them too?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And I don't even
They
know.
had a stacked team at that
Yeah.
point, too.
I don't know if
Yeah.
you remember old Bigzo here or old Tom Tweak, but I've met you twice.
Yeah, you guys, I remember, and I remember that generation and crew.
Of the Coliseum.
Yeah, exactly.
We can say it. We can say the name Coliseum
Mhm.
Skateboard Shop.
Coliseum.
Number one skateboard shop of all time, baby.
The superstore.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And I remember the 2 times I met you. One time was just I think I skated with you once at the True East skate park. I mean, yeah, we were both happened to be there at the same time. And then the other time was in Worcester when I think you shot the photo of doing the ollie over the Jersey barrier with Tony Vitello. That was in the magazine. It was just like a Jersey barrier off flat that you were doing an ollie over.
My mind, I can barely remember. I remember Tony being out and around, yeah. And Worcester, I definitely spent a lot of time in. I can't picture. Oh, maybe at Vogue. Maybe we were at Vogue in Worcester. Did it have a little 2-stair manual pad too?
Yeah, the 2 up, 2 down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There we go. Okay, yeah.
It was right around that
Sorry,
area.
it takes me a minute. Like I have to like rattle my brain and remember different things.
Yeah.
It's hard to remember when how Massachusetts is laid out now that you're living somewhere that's built on a grid, right?
True, yeah, it is much different. Mostly it's just like I have like kid mode and I'm thinking about like packing school lunches tomorrow and stuff, so I have to like
Oh yeah, that's more important than remembering the 2 up, 2 down at the Worcester Vocational.
Yeah. So it's not, but I just have to like switch off this department and click back to like remembering all that stuff. I can do it. It just takes me a minute sometimes.
You got your human brain for all the family stuff, and then you can revert back to your lizard brain to remember all the spots.
Yeah. There's a lot going in. It just sometimes it fries and glitches for a minute, but it's in there.
Yeah, I'll just start it off with the one question that I asked you just probably 15, 20 years ago. I said, do you always wear the hat because you got that one little white spot on the back of your hair? And you're like, yeah, good eye.
Now, were you saying good eye, or were you doing an Australian accent and saying good day?
I don't know. I was probably just saying good eye. Like, but yeah, I do have that. I wear a hat less these days. Honestly, I haven't been wearing a hat too often, but
yeah,
going on right now.
Because what a sick, obsessed, freak question to ask growing up. You know?
Yeah. What an insensitive little prick you were.
Well, it's like I watch these videos like a million times, and you only got one clip not wearing a hat at St. Pat's.
Oh yeah, yelling St.
the bank
Pat's.
over the thing. I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, over the barriers.
What happened that day? Did you forget your hat? Your lucky hat?
I don't know. Maybe I might not have wanted to like sweat in it. Maybe it was a nice one, like
yeah.
a new era I paid extra for or something that I didn't want to ruin.
You would just come straight from Lids.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you why it was off, but it was off, and apparently people such as yourself took note.
They're up in arms, the skate community, when that happened.
I don't know.
People started to talk. We were watching a bunch of the old Coliseum footage there. We had some Corden edits.
Oh yeah,
there were alternate
nice.
edits of all your parts where you skated to Bob Dylan, Bobby D, for those in the know, and ODB.
Oh yeah,
and
he had a few more kicking around. We didn't. I live with Dave.
Still
Dave
right now?
Yeah. Currently, Dave's in.
Nice.
He's down the street in our apartment because we're in the studio right now.
Awesome.
But he's asleep.
Yep.
Oh,
he goes to bed early these days.
It's funny, yeah. When I hung out with him, he didn't go to bed. We would stay with him at JP or whatever, and he would like stay up all night and edit and like just kind of disappear. And like I remember just being in his room, like waking up and no digs around.
BK Dave.
BK Dave.
Yeah. I got to ask, filming with Dave, JP Spot, the line at the Green Street ledges with the raindrop on the lens.
That's all the ones like they go in a circle, weird ledges. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Were unintentional switch Susky grind or intentional switch Susky grind?
Unintentional switch Susky.
Okay.
All right, we got the facts.
Got the facts.
Going for switchback tail, but you know what? You keep rolling sometimes, especially when it's raining.
Happens to me all the time, especially when I'm going for a kickflip back tail and I do a perfect kickflip back Susky shove out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I call them shanty grinds. That's a thing we have over here.
Oh.
Shanty Jingwen, and he's the crooked 5-0er. That's what we joke about. It became the Susky grind.
Yeah. Does he do any in Modus? I forget. I just remember Beeble's last trick in his part.
Yeah, I don't know if he did them in Modus or not, but I can particularly remember one across the top of a table. Yeah, it was always just like a weird little inside joke that just went off when I heard Susky grind. It's a shanty grind, but
Yeah.
The Susky. Yeah, they happen. You take them sometimes. You roll with it.
Right.
You got to roll with it. We were watching some of the some of these alternate edits. So a lot of them were before like the video was actually completed. So there was a lot of stuff that wasn't either used or was like at the end of lines that were used or something.
Yeah.
And you do one thing that really stuck out was you did this is on flat. I think it's in Montreal at some like benches with like a huge stack at the other end. And you do a hard flip tail grab on flat.
Yeah.
Like you do a hard flip. You grab the nose.
You grab the nose, kind of. Yeah.
Right. You grab the
It's
initial
like a hard
nose.
finger flip thing.
That's what
That's what was
that's what Matt
confusing.
Tomasello called it, the finger flip hard flip.
Okay.
Yeah, because I definitely throw it with my hand. Like I know the trick, and for some reason it's stupid, and it still works. Like I haven't done it, but I feel like I could go do one, and it's like, yeah, you just pop it up to your front hand, and like almost like sail flip it, but like
Dude.
throw it like a hard.
It was fucking sick. If you want to film one and send it to us, we'll put it up when this episode comes out. And
I'll try. You know what?
The internet will explode.
You think they'll like it?
The most
dude, it was fucking sick. I was like, damn. And then you were doing some shit at the Malden 3 block, and it was just like you like ollied up one and then kick flipped up the next, and then just like going to like fucking tail drop and power ollie over the other one. It's like, dude, this guy's fucking killing it. And at Shapes in Malden, the school with all like the shaped
the
ledges
metal
and
weird
shit.
things.
Yeah, the metal. Yeah, the
cool.
different colored metal ones.
Well,
Yeah.
the most impressive thing was that it was on flat. I mean, because Milk Snake did it down that Police 9 or whatever it's called.
Yeah.
Police 8 or 9.
Oh, he's got all that air time.
You got all that hang
See,
time.
all that hang
that's
time.
way crazier. Like I'd never try that down a set of stairs. That sounds insane.
Dude.
It's risky, but
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah, flat ground's a little safer for me at least.
Yeah.
I would hate to be in that position down a 9 stair, holding the board between my legs like that. Just seems.
Yeah, I mean, definitely you don't want to do as much high impact stuff now. And we actually were speaking to Yell Exit Colin Fisk.
Sir Colin Fisk.
Yeah.
Yes.
Right before this Zoom here, and he wanted us to give you some advice.
Mm-hmm. Now that you hurt your knee, he said.
Yeah, and I mean, Biggs, why don't you just tell him what Fisk said?
He said he wanted you to change up your style, change up your skate methods. He said you're going to want to get different shaped board, maybe a bigger board with riser pads, loosen up the trucks, and
He said
start learning new tricks, pretty much.
And he said stop skating handrails.
Yeah.
And we said,
Yeah, that's-
Fisk, I think you might want to check out Gallant's Instagram because he may have already figured that out.
Yeah. I mean, handrails. I'd be down maybe, but I need a longer board. Apparently, Fisk used to skate quite a long board, right? Is that what I recall? Yeah.
He's all about wheelbase.
He's really tall. What's his legs? Like his legs are probably like the size of me.
I don't know. I could tell you that I know like the tip of his legs where it meets his like pelvis area is right up to my face.
Yeah, he's the same height as me, about 6'4", but his legs go up to my nipples.
Yeah, I would imagine he needs a different skateboard.
Yeah. But I'm thinking you set up a longboard, you go back to the rail that you kickflip front boarded in the DC video, and you kickflip front board that rail.
On a longboard?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, we probably could, but that seems like a lot of work and effort.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
I
right.
try not to leave like this 5-mile radius around my house. So
What was it like?
That's kind of like us with the Fancy Lad videos.
Yeah, it's true. What was it like sharing that part with Greg Myers and Robbie McKinley? Especially Greg Myers.
It was cool. I had just got on. I was super close to having my own part. Like I had literally just got on a few months before pretty much. So it was like, if I got any tricks, it would have been cool, And like,
right.
I got enough to be in that, I guess. But yeah, I was pretty close to being able to get my own part, but I just didn't have enough time. So
Would you say your favorite part's probably First Love?
like first part of mine, my favorite part of
favorite part that you've filmed?
Yeah, I mean, probably all together. Like that one's the coolest, and John Holland did it, and it's got like good music, and it's a Transworld video, and
Yeah. That's
But
really
you always
good.
like think you get better, you know. It's like skate wise, like I think whatever I did last was probably better, but just not as good as a part. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you had that fakey frontside half cab on there that will be repeated by no other man as being as good.
People,
Man,
who
woman,
knew
or
that was
child.
going to be the one. Yeah, I see people doing it these days. Though more and more, you know, you see it on the Instagram. It'll become like a little trend for a week here and there throughout time. But
It was kind of like a fakey ollie late turn.
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. That's just how we did it. You know, like I don't know. That's just a little extra sauce on it, I guess. And I didn't think it would end up being like, you know, the main attraction. Or people seem to still talk about that frontside half cab.
Well, I mean, you know, style god over here I'm talking to. So, you know, I'm just thinking about different things that stick out.
yeah,
in my
that's
head.
a funny one. I don't know why I did them like that really, but
Yeah. And you had, was it Chris Lambert doing the backside flip down the Carlsbad gap as the guest
It
trick in
was.
the DC video?
yeah. Some
'Cause-
people still think I switch backside flips. The
I was going to
Carlsbad
say, my buddy thought that you switched backside flip the Carlsbad gap.
Yeah, quite a few people will be like, "Oh, that wasn't you that switched backside flips." I'm like, "No, sorry to disappoint you." Like, but yeah, that was Chris Lambert. I was skating with him a whole bunch at that time, and like always going out on missions together and stuff. So yeah, that was
Expedition, right?
Expedition, and he had he had a house here at the time that I would stay at for weeks on end and just be, staying in his guest room, and he'd drive me to breakfast and would skate together every single day. And so yeah, that was
Did you get dunks?
him.
Yeah. What was that? I mean, they probably didn't have dunks out there.
Well, you had a Pro Model Thieves truck with a Dunks logo, right?
Yeah, thief trucks. Yeah, I did.
So
Dunkin' Donuts, we have some out here, but you have to drive like pretty far. It's not like on every corner. It's not convenient for me by any means to go
All right.
to the Dunkin' Donuts.
But say there were a Dunkin' Donuts conveniently located.
Yeah.
What would be your go-to order?
Oh man, I'd get like a chocolate glazed right away,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then I used to drink the culottes. I don't even know if those exist. Like it's been so long since I've been to a Dunkin' Donuts, really. But
Right.
I'm more of an iced coffee guy these days. Like probably just a plain iced coffee. But Dunkin' Donuts goes real heavy on that sugar and stuff, man. You gotta like. I think I used to order it extra heavy back then when I was younger, but yeah, these days I'd have to like reformulate my order with them.
You know, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you get rid of the cream and the sugar, that coffee tastes like fucking dirt, dude.
Oh, I'm sure it does. And they're granulated sugar, like it's always piled up on the bottom. But
Oh yeah. I mean, you need those little crunchies.
yeah. So yeah, I wouldn't want those now. I don't think.
Oh man, you say that now, but you get a straw full of those, you'll be whistling a different tune, my friend.
When did they do the turbo? Is that what they do too when they make it extra spicy for you?
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, I used to get the Dunkachino a lot, even though it was like, which is like half coffee, half hot chocolate.
as made famous in the movie Jack and Jill.
But it's not as simple as
pretty
half coffee and half hot chocolate, really. Because if you ordered that, it's not the same.
Yeah.
But anyways, Dunkachino, I'd get that all the time, despite the fact that I knew that gave me like an hour and a half to find a toilet.
Yeah, but you just had to do it.
Oh my god, they were so
See,
good.
now that we're
going
talking
in.
about it, I want one of their bagels and cream cheese so bad. Those are kind of good too.
Dude, they are pretty good. They're pretty good
Some
deal
weird-
too.
The everything
Weird
there.
airiness to them, yeah, and tons of cream cheese. But
Fucking, I mean, they were Dunkin' Donuts is always a little haven for us when we were skating. We had one around that was open 24 hours, and they would for years they'd be down to just like we'd go in and they just give us like cups of water, and then eventually their manager started making them charge us like 25 cents or whatever for the cup, which was
still isn't
bullshit.
bad, though.
Yeah,
it's
no,
not
which-
bad though. And
no,
a
it's
donut's
not
what,
bad.
like 50-something cents at
Yeah,
that time or
exactly.
something?
Yeah,
So
exactly. So
you can get
it
a
all
solid
worked out.
kid meal for 75 cents. That's pretty solid.
It was pretty great. Yeah, not gonna lie.
I was going to ask you a few different things that popped up in my head just then about Expedition,
Mhm.
Tensor Mags,
Oh yeah.
and
There's so
something
much.
else that Fisk asked. Which one would you like to ask me to ask you first?
I mean, you can whatever, man. You said Expedition first. If you want to roll with
All right,
that,
yeah.
I'm cool.
Let's go. Let's go.
The
chronological.
Expedition Alone video. You know, I don't know if you have any questions for him, but
Mhm.
love that part. Short and sweet. But
Yeah,
there was one clip in it where they just have you. It was like a glamour shot of you turning around and looking at the camera. Was that a specific photo shoot just for that one shot to get?
I don't think so. I mean, like, I'd have to watch it to like try to remember where the heck I was during that. But I have a feeling that was just like, you know, out skating.
I don't know why that clip always stuck out to me. It just stuck out like a sore thumb, and I always just thought to myself, did they actually tell him to do that? And
No.
yeah,
Especially back then, I was pretty like when I was young, you know, I was especially like none of that sort of shit. So like, yeah,
that sounds like
I wouldn't have been doing like a glamour shot like with, you know. Like,
I was gonna say that sounds like some mall shop type shit. If you know what I'm talking about.
hey man, you know, it's we're cool with everybody, but I did not do glamour shots for the video.
Yeah. Tensor Mags, you know, I gotta say, I've skated them. They can grind anything.
Yeah. Did you skate them recently? How?
This was filming. Actually, no, this wasn't recently at all because I remember. Holy shit! Yeah, this was actually filming for FL3, which was probably what 5-6 years ago.
Yeah, it was like 6 years ago at this point.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
since then I still vouch for them. You know, since then I've had the Crux Trucks sponsor.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
So I gotta stay true to the sponsor. But I'm thinking
I was just riding Crux before them too. Yeah, like I had a fascination with Crux there for a minute.
oh, nice.
Dude, they're great. They have a hole.
Yeah. I mean, they do.
Don't get me started on that hole.
Oh man.
I can go all
Crux are
day.
pretty great.
Um,
But yeah, the Tensors, I don't know. I can't tell you what they were like 5 or 6 years ago. I've only been riding them for about a year, but
they can grind
they're
anything.
surprisingly really good. Yeah, and they turn really good. Like, I don't know, because they have this all-terrain geometry. I don't know if that's new or if they had it
Yeah,
when you rode them. Like, I don't know. That's the truck I get. Or
probably not. It was just the fact that they could grind almost any ledge.
They do grind well, yeah, and they're light. Like, I get these like Maglite like hollows, or I don't know what the heck I get really.
Dude, I watched a really good pre-review of those trucks on YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll send you the link after this.
Yeah,
you
we'll
really
say-
gotta check.
You're
it
gonna
out.
want to watch it before you put on your next pair.
Did they get a good review or?
Oh, dude, it's stellar.
Great review.
Stellar.
Um,
Great. We want to reiterate. This is a pre-review, so the guy hasn't skated the trucks yet. He's just
unboxing
Just
it,
and
looking at
reviewing
them,
looking
the
at
truck
them
by
out.
looking at it.
holding him up to his chocolate board. I don't want to ruin it for you.
It's
You're
too
gonna
good.
love it.
It's
Yeah.
too good.
I mean, that's the best way to judge a truck, though. You don't really want to like ride them.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that kinda spoils it.
He said he didn't even want to grind them.
He said he had no plans of doing any grinds in the near future. Again, I don't want to ruin
Yeah.
this review for you. You're gonna want to see it.
Yeah. Let me get it. I don't know. Do I search that, or you're gonna send me a link? How do I
We'll
see
send
it?
you the link later.
Send you a link.
That's the type of shit I like. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I knew it.
We had a feeling you would.
I knew we had a true G on the podcast.
That's what gets me. Is all that. That's how I spend most of my days. Like, people ask me if I saw like the new latest skate video that's great. I'm like, no. But then if I see something like that just seems, you know, that I'll get like secondhand embarrassment from, like I'll click that and spend the time watching that, but like won't watch the, you know what I'm saying? I don't know why, but
Oh yeah.
whatever you're explaining sounds awesome, and I'll probably get sucked into an hour of following his other videos and seeing what's related to that. And thank you.
I mean, there's something great about watching stupid YouTube videos. You know, it's like
It's
the amount of
best.
time I spend with me and Corden spend just watching videos of cats fitting into different size boxes. Weeks,
Yeah.
probably weeks total.
Yeah, I mean, there's so
Weeks.
many categories you don't even know exist, and then once you uncover it, there's just such a, you know, vast amount of videos in each category that
And I need to consume it all so I can become the master of like.
got to know it
you
all. Yeah, that way if you join like a chat room, you're not like a newbie or something. Like, you know all the knowledge about this new.
I don't want to be a newbie.
Yeah, you
No,
don't want to be
definitely
that,
not.
right? So,
Definitely not.
Certainly not.
I feel you.
But if you could talk to the bigwigs at Tensor, get them to
Mhm.
slap that slidable base plate back
I
on the
know,
truck.
I know,
And
I
send
agree.
send us a package.
And don't
Yeah.
tell Crux.
Don't tell Crux.
Well, what if you pop the slide plate out and put it in your hole? Like, and
Dude,
then
that's a
combine
whole
it.
new.
You're thinking.
So we're gonna have to
You're
find
not
a-
thinking crook groove slide plates, are you?
I mean, I don't know how you guys would use it, but if anyone was going to function and like make use of that part of your truck, I would assume it's your group of fellas. So
Shit.
just
It's a lot of
slap that
pressure.
in there and see what you guys can.
We got a creative bunch here. It's true.
Yeah, slap a tensor slide plate in a crux hole.
Yeah. All right. Challenge to anyone listening to this
Throw
podcast.
some hinges
if you
on it, a
slide a
couple
tensor
springs.
slide plate in a crux hole, we will send you a package.
Dude, I bet honestly, if Grind Queen Truck Co. is listening to this episode, which we know they are,
Oh, they're a big fan.
yell eggs at Grind Queen Truck Co.
Yeah, I don't know if you follow the Grind Queen Instagram account.
I sure do. Yeah, that one they combined with all the trucks, like the masterpiece. That didn't have the
The
plate wasn't
Fury.
in the hole, right?
I think
Was
it did have. No, it didn't have the plate in the hole, but it had the hole.
And
it had the
it
plate.
had the plate.
So
Yeah,
But if we
it's only one step away.
if we could reconnect with Grind Queen, we might be able to make them put the plate in the hole somehow.
Somehow.
I mean, they'll listen to this episode probably, and they'll just do it on their own. It's fine.
hold on. I'm totally distracted by my wife holding tomato sauce. What are you doing?
Oh, that is it good? Is it chunky?
I don't know what it is. This is a lot of pressure, though. I can't open it either, really. Oh, look at that! Sorry,
Oh, there we go.
I had to open the sauce for the lady. Sorry,
I was
guys.
gonna say I can cut this out, Ryan, but you know what? We're keeping that
That's
in.
too good.
We're keeping that.
Yeah,
in.
if I couldn't do it, I would tell you to cut it out. But look at 2 for 2. So
Oh
Chivalry
my
is not
goodness!
dead.
And just for
we're
all
having
the,
a late dinner here. We haven't
for all
even
the
eaten
listeners that can't see this, not only did he open the jar, but then he just crushed the glass jar in his hand.
yet. I actually shotgunned 2
Yeah,
jars of tomato sauce real quick.
It was an insane amount. Honestly, you shouldn't be consuming that much tomato sauce.
I think it was vodka sauce. Technically, maybe I'm not sure what I just opened, but
Oh, well, there we go. You got a little
Sorry.
tipsy. Yeah.
Yeah.
and my wife can't open the jars. You know. Gotta be a
Hey, they're
hero.
tough. They're tough.
Yeah. Before we get off the subject of the Grind Queen, I just want you to know, I was corresponding with them a bit. I remember them saying that you actually are Grind Queen's favorite skater.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not even exactly sure who runs it. I like to not know things. You know what I mean? Like it's.
Oh,
No-
we
no
don't
one-
know either.
No one knows.
Yeah.
We
We
Right,
just
yeah,
we just connect with them via the internet.
Yeah, I'm a fan of some of Grind Queen's work, and that one truck was. I mean, that was great. That was a work of art.
I think I speak for the Grind Queen when I say shalom.
Yeah, big shalom.
That's honestly probably that's a very good. Can we get that again? Actually, I want to warp your voice for this one.
Shalom.
There we go. That will get it more in tune with what Grind Queen actually sounds like.
Yeah,
That's a weird. I don't know if Grind Queen uses the voice warp technology or if their voice sounds like that. I don't know.
I really
don't know.
Who knows?
But-
Nobody knows.
No one knows.
No one knows.
But yeah, that was a hell of an episode. You should check that out from the Faint Side Podcast. I'll send you that link too.
Please do. Yeah.
You're gonna love
Yeah.
that one.
But yeah, the last question Fisk wanted me to ask you was if you still play the drums.
I do, yeah, not too often. I actually had to like take them down to make room for this machine because like I had them in the garage and I only have so much space. So the drums are kind of stacked in a corner right now, but I do play the drums, just not super often.
He said you were an amazing drummer, and he says he wants to start a band with you.
I'm so down. You know what's funny is my dad, worked in Boston and he would see Fisk delivering packages.
That's
what
the
he
other
said.
thing Fisk said is
Yeah,
that he
and
saw
so-
your dad the other day.
Yeah, and my dad would bring it up. He'd be like, "Oh, I saw your buddy. What's his name? The tall guy or whatever." I'd be like, "Oh, Colin." He's like, "Yeah, he never really mentions your skating, but he always talks about you being an amazing drummer." I'm like, "Yeah, that's funny."
The one other thing he said to me was that your dad thinks you are the greatest skater in the world, Ryan.
I mean, yeah, that's a good dad, right? I mean,
That's a good dad.
That is a quality
Number one.
dad.
I want to meet that dad.
I mean,
secretly, he's a little more into Austin Gillette secretly, but
Yeah,
he tells me and my friends that
that's a travesty right there.
damn.
no, that's not a travesty. Austin
I mean,
Gillette's tight.
he's good.
He's really good.
He's no Ryan Gallant.
I'll take a full
you-
I'll take a full length Ryan Gallant part over Austin any day.
Oh, I
actually.
mean, man, you guys sound like my dad. Thank you. You guys are making me feel really good out here tonight.
I think this honestly would be a good time if we told him Bigzo.
Yeah.
But we are your dad.
We're trying to keep it a secret.
I mean, it
But the
does
cat's
make
out of
a
the
lot
bag.
sense, though.
This whole time, your dad's been doing a Muppet Man thing where he's actually two guys stacked on top of each other.
Two younger men.
Yeah, two
than
younger
you,
men.
mind
Yep,
you.
Yeah, both younger than you.
Yep.
Yeah. My mind is just blown, but it does make a lot of sense.
But that's great. I'm glad that the Visit Skateboards thing is going good for you over there. I always see you posting photos, being like shipping out 50 boards and being like, thanks for the orders. I just have a small company. I'm like, damn, he's got a lot of orders.
Yeah, you got a lot of orders really quick.
It's they kind of come in and then out, it's like, I don't know. I don't get many boards, so I don't, I'm glad it looks great. We're doing awesome.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah.
What looks extra good is the way that your garage is set up with the logo.
We're making it look professional. Yeah.
Right. And I assume is that the heat transfer like roller?
It is. Yeah.
Device?
It's back here. Yeah.
It kind of looks like an old fashioned like studio camera like setup. So it looks like you're on set of maybe like, I don't know, let's say a soap opera or something. So it's looking like you're doing real well.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think it's doing well. It's growing, but it's I don't know if you guys are having a problem getting boards or not and stuff during this whole thing, but
a little bit.
Into a little bit of an issue.
Bit.
I'm assuming you got on Friendship and then you said to yourself, well, if this Tim Olson guy can do it, certainly I can do it.
No, that's not really how it went down. Tim's awesome.
I love Tim. That's why I wanted to mention him.
Yeah, just fucking with Tim.
Yeah. No. I wanted to do it even before Friendship, but then I also just going through my own weird injuries and being old, barely even wanted to skate didn't want to skate, but I was like, I don't know if I want to ride for anybody. I might just go to college or get a job or, know what I'm saying? Just going through that whole vibe of life. And then I would always follow Friendship and Tim and just, looked fun and would talk and message back and forth. And so it just kind of came up like that kind of, at the time. Hey,
at that time, people would always be like, Big, Gallant doesn't have a board sponsor, dude. You should try to ask him to ride for Fancy Lad.
Dude, you guys sent me a box. Thank you.
I think I said that multiple times, actually.
Oh, yeah, did I send you some shirts or something?
I still wear it, yeah. I have a black sweatshirt with a gold, yellowish dragon on the back that says Fancy Lad.
Oh, that's a cat. But yeah. Oh, wait, no, you're right.
No, that's the dragon one.
Yeah, the dragon one.
dragon.
Sorry, I confused the one. Yeah, I remember the one, the crew neck.
And then, a crew neck. And then you sent me a couple boards. You sent me one that has all the VHS stacked.
Mm-hmm.
I remember. And what was the other one you sent? Can't remember. But it was really funny because this was all during the same kind of period of not knowing what the heck I'm going to do. And you guys sent me a box and I got another random box from Primitive, which was super funny because it was the Fancy Lad box and the Primitive box showed up.
Yeah.
Right.
I think within the same week, which was to show you where.
Oh my God.
Right.
How could you choose?
And you were like,
Sophie's choice,
okay,
right?
yeah, thank you, Primitive, but Fancy Lad hit me up, so I think I know what I'm gonna do.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was where I'm I was just I was a lost soul, and skating's always fun, and Tim's super fun, and Friendship's fun, and what I'm saying, and thank you guys for sending me the box, and I still wear the sweatshirt all the time.
Hey, no worries. I'm glad that you still get to rep it.
Yeah. I can do whatever now. I can't kick myself off, so I can rep it as much as I want.
Me and Tom, we wear Zero clothing. That's cool.
Right. They're one of our sponsors now.
We have a rule at Fancy Lad. You can only rep Black Label or Zero other than Fancy Lad. And the one other one that I would always get a bunch would be, dude, you should try to sponsor PJ Lad, dude. Lad's in his name. Dude, you're Fancy Lad.
I didn't think of that.
Dude, if you sponsored PJ Lad, his name's Lad.
But there's a 1D difference.
I know. I try to explain that to people.
And they just don't get it.
They don't get it.
Nah, they don't get the 2D.
2D.
Hmm.
2D animation.
You can already picture the graphic, right? With just the extra D thrown on in a different color. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Don't get me started.
Could happen.
Hey. Crazier things have happened.
I think isn't he over there maybe? I follow him on the Instagram still. I feel like he's over by you guys maybe these days.
He's been around.
He shops at Whole Foods.
Yeah. He shops at Whole Foods. Our my roommate yell exit Mark Fallon. I don't know if you remember Mark Fallon or Keith Fallon. Both of them worked at Coliseum. I live with Mark as well. I actually just live with a bunch of old Coliseum dudes here.
That's awesome.
But he saw PJ at Whole Foods. I was actually DMing PJ on the Instagram for Dave, because Dave doesn't have any social media. So Dave would just be like, "Yo, Tom, you should send this to PJ. Text this to PJ." I'd be like, "All right, dude, he's not going to respond to me." But then he did. And it was weird. It was cool, though. PJ's a nice guy, but I felt weird being like, "Hey, my roommate Dave is telling me to tell you this." But you know how Dave is. You can't not do it.
Yeah, I mean, and I think PJ knows how Dave is. You know what I mean?
Right, exactly. That's what I was assuming. I was like, all right, if PJ knows Dave, PJ's going to know. Like,
it all sounds perfect.
Right.
Was the ironing of the pizza, was that Dave's idea?
Maybe Roman? I don't know, man. I can't remember. Or Artie, it's a tough call.
I heard it was Roman's idea. I remember.
Yeah, I'd
it was
imagine
Roman's
it would
idea.
be Roman, but I think it was kind of a group joke too. Yeah, I don't know who exactly was like, pulled the trigger on this being
on the pizza.
Well, it's iconic at this point.
And I love that enamel pin that you guys made of that.
Of the pizza, yeah.
Oh, the pizza, the iron pizza. I was like, man, that is a fucking sick pin right there.
Yeah, trying to pay a little homage or whatever.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Now, this is just me just thinking about all your parts. Has there been any part where you've picked the music?
I'm sure there has. It's hard to think about all the parts and what songs real quick, but
because I feel like usually you skate to rock.
Yeah, I mean, I remember a lot too in the earlier days trying to pick rap songs, or something like that, and people just kind of not letting it happen.
Yeah.
And then even down to the last video, the Gone Fishing one for Expedition, I wanted to pick a different song, and they just kind of did what they wanted or whatever, So, I think I picked that Wu-Tang song in a digital video.
Mm-hmm.
I think I picked. I skated to a Cameron song and a Circa thing that I remember I got to pick. Lee DuPont thought it was super funny at the time, listening to Cameron lyrics, because Cameron lyrics are pretty ridiculous, but
Nice.
they were down with it. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of the times other people picked them.
Yeah. I remember Artie told me when I was making the first Tweak video, he said, the only advice I'll give you is don't let any of the skaters pick their songs. He's like, you pick the songs. And
yeah, that can go both ways,
Yeah.
That's a tough one sometimes.
I think you can. I think you have to find a happy medium where you'd be like,
totally. And
here's a group. You're right.
Yeah, Coliseum video. I think I did actually end up picking that Doors song, but after being guided in a direction, you know what I'm saying? I think they picked rap for my first video, the original Coliseum video I was in. They picked an Ice Cube song or something,
Wicked.
right?
Coliseum 99.
Yeah. So then I think on the next one, they were like, we're not doing rap. I think that was a strict rule, perhaps, of that video,
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They were trying to go all Britpop for that, which is weird because they had Doors, which is American. And also, I don't even know who, and Jeremy's song.
Yeah.
And Alexis's song. But besides that.
But they were all classics at least, I see their point. I get it that if you just give them a current rap song, it can disappear pretty easily over time, but if you skate to it timeless, which you can't even do these days, but back then you could do whatever you wanted. So
you didn't want to do the trend, you wanted to have a timeless part.
So I get it.
And this is a good time for me to bring, because we brought up the original Coliseum video, or not the original, because the original is genius for any of you Coliseum heads out there, but
diehards.
The original one that was actually produced and sold would be the Coliseum 99 video, which we had a premiere for, or anniversary for, I guess last year, because it was 2019.
Yep.
Yeah.
Did that with, and I got to say, there's a good chance Brian Leary will be listening to this. So I want to give you the opportunity right now to give him and just so you know, we don't say shout out here, we say yell exit. So if you want to just give one to Brian Leary, just so he doesn't kick your ass, that would I would understand.
No, I think we're good. Yeah, Leary, he sent me the Coliseum sweatshirt. We've been chatting a lot and stuff, and I tried. I wanted to go out to that. I forget why I couldn't make it, but I was really trying to make it out to that.
Oh, dude, it was a great time.
Oh,
It was really cool getting that little box. So when
Skateboarders
the
ball.
Coliseum hoodie showed up, it was pretty sick being able to
Yeah.
wear a Coliseum hoodie again.
Excuse me 1 second, Ryan. Tom, can I talk to you real quick?
Yeah.
I actually saw on Instagram that Ryan Gallant actually had the same conversation about the 20-year anniversary on the 9 Club, dude.
Oh, dude, really?
Yeah, dude. So this is going to be a problem.
Well, I don't. Wait. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
What's the 9 Club?
I don't know, but I saw it on Instagram that they talked about this very same thing, and he gave a yell exit to Brian Leary on the 9 Club.
Oh, that's weird. What? Wait, I would feel really weird if they talked about what I was going to say next, though.
All right, why don't you just say it then?
Okay. So, hey, I was supposed to send you a copy of the 99 video on VHS.
Yeah, I think you might have said that, huh?
Yeah, and I still have it. I haven't sent it.
It's okay. I totally get how that goes.
I still have it.
Are you still interested?
Are you still interested?
Of course, I'd love it.
Okay,
yeah.
great. There we go. Did they mention that on the 9 Club?
No, I didn't actually watch it. I don't know what the 9 Club is, but
Okay, but you know
from
it's-
what I saw on Instagram, they did not mention that on the 9 Club.
But you know the 9 Club is something that you watch?
I don't know.
Okay,
I'm
well,
just
I mean,
guessing.
okay, all right, okay.
All
that's
right,
fine.
so your last trick in Gone Fishing, was it a big spin backside nose blunt?
No,
I'm trying to
no,
remember correctly. Wait, what was it?
no.
Kickflip backside nose blunt down Clipper?
Yeah. What?
No, that wasn't Gone Fishing, was it?
Yeah, I think that's what it was called. The last expedition video, Gone Fishing.
I mean, it was the kickflip backside nose blunt down Clipper?
I believe so. Yeah.
Oh, wow. Hey. Lucky guess on my part. Yeah, that was amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah,
See,
does that
worked out.
do you ever wake up in the middle of the night just remembering that and just be like, holy shit,
Well,
that wasn't a dream?
Wait, hold on. Coming from someone who just recently learned backside nose blunts
Okay.
at the age of 33,
Here we go again.
I gotta say, it's not as hard as you think it is when you're growing up. I thought
I totally agree.
I thought it was an unattainable white whale all of my life.
Yeah.
And then a friend of mine said, "Hey, it's just a front nose." And I
That's his
said,
friend knows the top of it.
"Oh my god,
He's got a
Mhm.
fucking point.
he's got a fucking point."
I've been fooling people for years with that trick.
Yeah, not to discredit the kickflip. I have not done any other variation. I haven't done kickflip backside nose blunt. I haven't done big spin backside nose blunt.
Mhm.
But I've been practicing my front noses,
Right.
and it's pretty much like practicing your backside nose blunts.
It's pretty much the same, yeah. So I think once that motion works, you can kind of, you can play with it and figure everything out.
Yeah.
It's all the same.
If we're on the subject of trick tips here, I think we would be remiss not to ask.
Yeah.
How the fuck to do hard flips?
I don't know.
Oh, you don't know. You don't know.
Mine's not like probably a perfect example. I don't know.
Yeah.
But they were. I couldn't tell you. I don't know.
Well, the
kind of-
thing,
Would they give the name hard flip Ryan to a guy who didn't have a perfect example of a hard flip?
his name's
Well, as
coming
we all
back.
know, the hard flip has kind of, morphed and changed over the years of what's acceptable and what's considered cool. And back in those days, they were different, like it was almost encouraged not to flip them at one point in time.
Yeah.
Yeah, you want to get
I
closer to
love
the
those
mystery
ones.
flip.
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
like that was like cool. Like I remember at one point, dudes like trying not to flip their frontside flips, like Musco flip on, you know what I mean? Like
Dude,
that was
Louis
like
Cruz, dude.
the style kind of. So
Yeah,
nowadays,
I remember
it's
that.
like super sideways with like weird foot catch bending. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't know. I kind of fall somewhere in between there. So I don't know if I'd take my advice, but
Dude, Osiris the Storm, Deca second to none. Which one do you
there's a lot
prefer?
of folded switch hard flips, huh?
Yeah.
Which one of those?
Yeah,
The Deca video is pretty good.
it's pretty good.
I like that Deca video.
Shiloh. Dude, yell exit Shiloh.
Oh
Was
yeah,
that
your
the Marcus
co-star in
part too,
First
right?
Love.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he was in there. I never skated with him in that because we like went out with different filmers, kind of. But
That's a bummer. Hey, speaking of never skating with Shiloh, and it being a bummer.
Yep.
Who were some of the skaters that you idolized growing up? Or who was the most like the person that you were most like starstruck by?
I don't know. That's a tough one. You know what? I think the weirdest, like, or I didn't even really meet. Like, we're kind of online friends now with Daywan.
Mm.
But I remember one time being at like some sort of a demo or like skate event where a bunch of companies are there. I remember being like in a walkway, and Daewon kind of, you know, when you have that awkward moment where someone's right there and you're kind of, you know, like, do you say hi, or we kind of looked at each other and like, and
Right.
it was, and I like didn't say hi and I felt like a dick or something and kind of walked, and then like, but it was like, I was pretty starstruck, you know, like I didn't expect to bump into Daewon suddenly when I was like looking for like a hot dog or burrito or whatever I was roaming around to go find or something, you know, and I was like, oh, there's Daewon, I'll just walk away this way, kind of. So
I love how respected Daewon is by all skaters, no matter who
he's
you
just
are.
like a whole nother level of skater. So
Yeah.
Oh no, absolutely. He deserves it, 100%,
Mhm.
and more. We're not giving him enough like respect, honestly.
Well,
no, Daewon's forever the best.
who would you say is your current favorite skater?
I don't know. I'm probably Daewon still. Like he's still the best. Like I barely watch skate videos these days, so it's like
Yeah.
Instagram is how I see things. Like unfortunately, a lot of us, you know what I mean? And it's like
Right.
he's probably still my favorite to come across.
I was going to say you're probably not the best trick tipper for the hard flip because your pop is so insane that
I
other
don't
people will not be able to be like, oh, yeah, you just pop 5 feet in the air,
Mhm.
you know,
Mhm.
do the hard
Yeah.
flip, wait a few seconds to land after you're in the air because it's going to take you so long to get back to the ground.
Yeah,
But
you just
it's-
pop
You know,
and wait.
it's honestly, it's been years of this. I'm tired of Big telling me that I don't have as good a pop as Ryan Gallant. I've been saying I can be Gallant if he will just tell me how to do his tricks, and then it'll happen.
Maybe, yeah, I don't know. The pop's the first thing that goes. Like now that I'm getting older, like it's hard. There's ledges I see that I'm like, oh, I could easily do this, and I start trying, and it's like my board doesn't get up there. You know what I mean? It's like I think a combination of not skating enough and then also just being older, like pop kind of.
Yeah.
Well, the age
pop
definitely,
meter's going down.
definitely gets on you.
Yeah, when I was a kid though, skating, I remember having my neighbor and stuff, an older brother, were like that was one of the big factors with them. You know, was like, oh, you can do a trick, that's cool, but like you got to pop it for it to count, kind of, you know.
Right.
So I remember being a little kid, and that was like always the hard time. Like I think I could land a lot of tricks, and they were like, "Oh, that's great and all, but can you pop it?" You know. So I think I had this like extra. Like, I'm gonna pop these things. Like
That's how
the
you
older
get
guy
good,
knows my tricks. Yeah.
by, you know, mentoring and bullying, you know.
Good old
Oh.
shit talking. You know.
Exactly.
It doesn't happen
enough
enough
of it.
these days. There
No,
really
no.
isn't.
Everyone takes the opposite approach, but I think that was always like the most lessons I learned was like from some gentle shit talking, kind of like.
Yeah.
Another one was Rob Welsh talking about double flips to me one time. Like he kind of called me out doing a double flip when I was pretty young. And it like almost really hurt my feelings that for a moment, but like totally was such an eye-opening thank you for telling me that. You know
Robbie?
what I'm saying? Kind of.
You're talking
Yeah.
Robbie Welsh?
Robbie Welsh, yeah.
Yeah.
Hmm.
What did
He
he
was-
say? Did he say something like, "What, you can't even triple flip"?
No, but it was good New England hazing shit.
I was going to say
you know
the
what I'm saying?
the
Like,
Maynard countryman himself.
yeah, which is like, but that's like a big thing in New England. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's a lot of that like shit talking, hazing type attitude, which is kind of like a gentle, like, I love you, but like, I'm going to really make
Oh,
you
yeah.
feel bad.
I feel
Yeah.
people don't get it outside of the region that much, which is weird. You try
No.
to have a nice conversation with someone, and they think you're an asshole all of a sudden.
Totally. And you're like, no, you just got to say something asshole back, and then you guys
Yeah.
will be great. Like,
And
Yeah.
and then they're like, "No, that's not how people normally work." And you're like, "All
Yeah.
right, well, it sucks here. I'm sorry."
yeah. And I don't know if it's getting softer back there because I know the whole world in general is like, you know, that's not as cool or whatever. But growing up, I always appreciated the older dudes talking shit because it was like, okay, I should probably take note of what they just said and like change it or like really analyze what I'm doing or something, you know, like.
I mean,
Yeah.
I still try to talk shit to my friends, but that's just
Mhm.
because I know they can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You gotta be careful though. I would never go up to a little kid and like tell him he needs to, you know what I mean? Like
No, absolutely
intentionally
not.
hurt his feelings about a trick just so he did cooler ones next year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And I try to talk shit to my friends, but it's difficult because I spend so much time crying because of all the shit that Big is talking to me.
Yeah,
You just know how it feels. You don't want to do that, huh?
Yeah. Well, it's just I don't have the time. You
Yeah.
know,
he's too busy
Just
crying.
too busy crying.
Who's got the time?
The double flip, though. But, you know, Heath Kirchart did that double flip over the picnic table, and I would be,
Mwah.
I think you'd be hard pressed to get Rob Welsh to talk shit on that double flip.
Oh yeah.
Well, interestingly enough, I don't know if you recall, but he did do a backside double flip, and I think it was his Transworld video, Rob Welsh.
Oh yeah.
which was years after him making the joke to me. So I think, finally that's how one of our, I remember seeing him and making a little comment about the backside double flip to like,
Yep.
Give the nudge back or whatever.
Mhm.
But,
Do you think maybe there's a possibility that when he saw you trying to double flip, that was the first time the thought of a double flip had crossed through Rob
He had
Welsh's
never
mind?
seen a Kerry Getz
he
part
said-
before in
He
his
said,
life.
"Oh
No.
my!" Yeah, he said, "Well, why would?" He's like, "Why would I watch Kerry's part?"
No, Welsh can do it all, dude. He's so amazing. Like that dude was for sure doing double flips back. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure he did them. He just didn't put them in his aesthetics part. He knew better, and I
Right,
didn't.
I watch footage of him skating that 7.5 board nowadays, and I'm like, this looks like a joke. This looks like he's
tiny.
actually like skating a child's mini board and doing kickflips off a kicker that are 6 feet as a joke.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I don't think
feel.
Fisk would approve of that wheelbase
Yeah.
ratio to leg
No,
ratio.
No,
It was
not at all.
way
Yeah,
off.
I feel bad for the child that's probably 2 blocks away crying because their skateboard was just stolen by a 6'1" man.
I mean, I remember riding like
perfect.
7.4s and stuff around then. But yeah, he's much taller than me. Again, he's a big dude. But
Yeah,
Man, he
never
made it-
forget
made it
Dave
work.
Baczynski kickflipped El Toro on a 7.5.
that's amazing.
Yeah,
He still skates a small board, I think, too. Right to this day, I think. he
only 7.5. Only
Yeah.
board he'll skate.
7.5 still. Like it's not even 7.75. It's
I don't think
7.5.
so.
No, 7'5", straight 7'5".
Yeah.
Wow,
And he only
that's
eats his
amazing.
cheeseburgers plain, bro. You
Like,
didn't watch
yeah.
what was that? Was that the City Skateboards part? Oh yeah,
I mean, I'm
intro.
sure I've
just
seen it, but-
Smoking marbs, eating plain cheeseburgers.
Mm.
Oh my goodness, that's it, huh? That's how you do it.
Dude, lol.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you from the Worcester area, Ryan?
All right, so I was born in Waltham.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Are you guys
Watch
familiar
City.
with Waltham? Yeah, well, I lived right next to the watch factory. Literally, like I was the first house across the parking lot from the watch factory.
Mhm.
We call that 12 o'clock.
Yeah, right there. So that's where I lived till I was 10. And then I moved out to Southborough, which is like, I don't know if you guys know that. It's pretty kind of small town, but it's like next to Framingham and that
Oh,
sort
yeah.
of
That
zone.
that's why I was gonna ask, because you skate that Framingham rail that was like kind of close to the EB by there.
Yeah.
And,
So that's where I spent a lot of time, was like kind of Framingham, Southborough, Northborough, Marlborough. We skated I can't even say it anymore. It's funny.
Marlboro, yeah.
Yeah, when you're back there, you just say Marlboro, but it's like
Yeah.
now that I've gained like a normal like California, you know what I'm saying? Like now I'm like,
Oh, so
Marl, do I
California's normal.
pronounce- No, but like like Marl, like do I pronounce this? Because it's like it's not as Marlboro, like pretty sure, but yeah, I skated a lot around Marlboro.
Yeah, there's a pretty sick abandoned golf course in Marlboro.
Oh yeah, you ever skate that? That's been there for abandoned for at least 10 years.
I never made it to an abandoned golf course. No, that sounds fun though. Those are usually a good time.
Dude, it was great. And like a few blocks away, there was an abandoned batting cage, which at first you would think, well, why would that be of interest? But it had like really mellow banks up to like a low fence like beam going across. So it was just like really mellow
Oh, yeah,
banks to
yeah.
like a flat bar.
That sounds fun.
It was sick, and it had a little like channel gap too. It was cool.
There's a park, or like when I first moved out to Southborough, there was a park in Marlborough that was like metal, and that's where I met Mike Graham and stuff.
Mhm.
And then I know they got rid of that park forever, and then there was just this big like mini ramp in a field like right before I moved away. But then I like see people on Instagram now skating this like new little setup in Marlborough that looks pretty fun, like this little skate park they have there. So
Yeah, I think they got some shit there now for sure.
yeah, looks
Yeah,
kind of
there's-
fun.
Yeah, there's the new Framingham Park too. Yeah, if you stop by for
haven't
the
seen-
holidays, we'll be sure to show you around.
Yeah,
show you
I
around
probably won't be
town.
skating out in the cold, but hopefully sometime I'll
just
be there
just
for a
just
summer.
slap on your long johns. You'll be fine.
I just did
Yeah.
laundry, so I'll have an extra pair ready.
You got an extra pair, nice.
Yeah, exactly.
yeah. PJ will pop out of the pile of laundry.
Mm.
Hand me your lawn johns.
I wouldn't
Exactly.
be surprised.
Um,
No, I don't know that. Do you guys still skate in the cold?
oh yeah,
Oh
Like
yeah.
that?
We have
Go
no
for it?
choice. We have no choice.
Well, yeah, but I didn't know if like as I mean, if you just get over it as you get older. Like I said, I've been gone for a long time, so I don't know what I would do if I lived there right now. Like, would I be a diehard dude, or would I just kind of like not skate? I don't know.
if there were an indoor park like within a reasonable driving distance.
I mean, there's Skater's Edge, but
Yeah.
that park sucks.
I said reasonable, and also, yeah, fuck that place. But also, Yellow Exit
There's not
Skater's
much
Edge.
anymore,
good,
huh?
good that you still exist. Yeah, there isn't much.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's much easier to be like, I'll just put on 3 pairs of pants and go skate at
Yeah, that's
the
awesome.
courts, or we have the JP, like that's Jamaica Plain DIY, which is like all the shit that we've built, that little like skate park. See, like
Yeah.
Matt Tomasello skates.
Yeah,
there a
yeah,
lot.
yeah. I see all sorts of craziness happening there.
Yeah, so we'll skate around. You gotta get it in where you can get
You
it.
gotta get in. I mean, we live to film, and we film to skate.
I get it. Yeah. How do those Crux Kingpins handle the weather? Do they snap a lot, or
Ooh,
It's not the kingpins that are the problem.
the bushings are really the problem.
just a frozen up, not turning whatsoever?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they got a freezing degree of I'd say 52 Fahrenheit,
Mhm.
which is pretty inconvenient in New England. But
I
gotta
just
say,
remember
everything else
snapping
about 'em.
kingpins like crazy back then. Like
I
also
remember
rode really
snapping a
tight
lot
shoes.
more kingpins. I think this is a sign of global warming, because it's been years since I've snapped a kingpin, but it used to
Right?
be
Yeah,
like 2 times a year. Because we had that
Yeah.
kingpin thingy at the Coliseum, and I got
You had
a lot of
it in
fucking
your-
use out of
yeah.
that thing.
I remember Therese, like they always had extra like wintertime, get a ton of kingpins because like everyone would just snap kingpins like every day in that place.
Now, did you snap a lot of kingpins when you were skating for silver trucks?
Yeah, I snapped everything at first. They did get better. I love those dudes, and last time I rode them, they were actually good, which is funny, but like they were good. But that's why I rode them really loose, is to be able to like really turn.
Yeah.
I had to keep them really loose to get a good turn. But yeah, the original ones were pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's a little frustrating when you got to get into bushings and pivot cups, because I know that there's a whole like another world to discover there, But I don't even
There's
want
a
to
lot.
think about it. I just want to put on a pair of trucks and know that they're gonna turn.
Do you guys use bones bushings?
Sometimes, but the plastic part just breaks right through the bolt there on the kingpin,
and
and they don't last too long.
And it also doesn't work with the Crux down low kingpin, which is what we need to get those. We got to get those Smiths as dipped as fucking possible, bro.
Totally, yeah.
You know what
yeah,
it's
I can
like.
see that being a problem.
Yeah.
Because those things are so good. Because like once I got used to bones mediums, it's like I feel like I can put them in almost any truck, and like it feels pretty similar. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Like to a point. So
I
those are
mean,
good.
yeah, when I want to treat myself, I'll get those, but they don't seem to last too long for me.
I know I'm about to. I need some new ones too. I go through them, but
Yeah. I think we should wrap this up here quickly, just because, I got to take a pee. But
Classic Bigzo. This wouldn't be the Fancy Lab podcast without Bigzo needed taking piss. Wow.
But, I was wondering if you had any, Danny Way, Colin McKay, Kyle Leeper stories. Just, any out there whatsoever, especially Kyle Leeper.
Kyle Leeper is the best.
Yeah, Kyle Leeper is fucking sick.
He's the best. Yeah, I just saw him like a couple weeks ago for the first time in a bit. He's doing some skate lessons in like a warehouse. That's pretty awesome. He had like so much fun stuff set up in there.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know stories off the top, so that's a hard one. I don't know what I'd be able to just pop up that would be appropriate, or like
Yeah,
anyone
it's
would
always
want,
it's always
you know
a
what I'm
tough
saying?
question, but I just want you to acknowledge that Kyle does skate the inside of the ledge, right?
I mean, he's like the original. Like he's
Yeah.
inside of the ledge, around the corner, a lot of backside, all the good stuff. Cab
Yeah.
flip back nose blunt before anyone.
Yep.
There's so much you could go on and on. Just watch it all again, and it's like,
Before the Maynard, Rob Welsh?
did Welsh ever
Oh,
do
wait.
a cab flip? back
Did you
nose
say
blunt? I don't
cab
think he
flip?
did.
Sorry, I misheard
Cab
you. I
flip.
thought you just said cab.
Yeah.
That was my mistake.
No, yeah,
Oh, yeah,
cab
blaming the
flip, yeah.
headphones.
And I will no, I'm not blaming the headphones, blame myself. And that's my bad. All right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Welsh could do the cab flip if he wanted, but
All right,
Kyle.
Welsh, you heard it.
Yeah, but could you do the cab double flip?
oh man, yeah, we don't want that.
No,
Those are
I
no-no.
don't know. I don't know. It might be kind of nice,
Yeah.
Yeah,
That'd be
I don't
well, it'd be
know.
crazy if he did it.
True,
especially
true.
now.
Yeah.
With a lobster in each hand.
Mhm.
And he's like, remember this
Okay.
board graphic?
He could. He's got the skill
Exactly.
And the lobsters.
and the lobsters. He just needs the tiny little 7.5 board, and we're good to go.
Well, like I said, Ryan, thanks again for being on the Fancy Lad podcast. Yeah, I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Do you come back to the Boston area often? I mean, I'd like to skate.
I used to come out a lot, and like just things have somehow years have like just gone by somehow. But
Yeah.
we're trying, man. We're trying to get out there soon. Unfortunately, winter's coming again, but
Yeah.
I might be out there soon. I think my dad might be like kind of maybe selling the house or something, so I might come back to like
Mhm.
visit. We'll see if we skate. I don't know, but
Nice. Pay a little visit.
yeah, pay a visit. And if you guys got the extra long johns clean that week, then maybe
Hey,
we'll.
We got a futon or two for you to crash on too.
And I
That would
do
be
the
fun.
laundry like once a month, so we should be good by then for sure.
Yeah, I'll let you know. I'll give you a little heads up or whatever.
Perfect. That's great.
That'd be
Alright.
fun, guys. I
Sounds good.
appreciate it.
And yeah, you just let me know what part of California you're at. I'll just pop by sometime and yeah.
Carlsbad, yeah, come stay.
All right. I'm skating the gap, backside flip.
Yeah, I think the gap's gone, but
Damn it. Still gonna backside flip it.
yeah, you gotta
Alright.
switch backside flip it.
Ryan,
Thank you.
Thanks again. You're a fucking goat, and you know it.
No, I don't, but thank you guys. I appreciate it, man, and keep doing what you guys are doing. I love that shit. It's great.
Hell yeah. Thank you, Ryan.
Hell yeah, brother.
All right, we'll
Yeah,
talk to you
yeah.
later, bud.
All right,
Peace.
later, guys. Have
Bye.
a good one.
Later.
Yeah.